Right here, you'll see I substitute certain things. Of course, I'm going to take the purple burst AR over the green AR, but I'm also going to take the TAC SMG, or not SMG, the TAC shotgun over the green pump, for the simple fact that on PC, and I've stressed this before, on PC, double pump is good because there's a way to, with your key bindings, make it so double pumping is fast. However, on console, the best combo still is to not switch to a pump, to either go pump into heavy, pump into tac, or something like that. And of course, right here, I go into the tac, and you can see the tac, even after these shotgun nerfs. This is a green tac. I hit that guy for 119. It's not too hard. You can do big damage with it, and the transition time is very fast. Right here, of course, I loot up. I get a couple kills here, and then I hear a guy drop down on me. Now, right here, I realize this guy seems to be playing it decently smart. And you can, one thing that's really important is to sort of understand your enemies, and you can tell when an enemy is building like crazy, fighting with great aim. You can sort of tell the competition level of your enemies. I get the hits in on this guy and I'm able to push him, but I sort of took it slow before and sort of planned that out. Still at this point, I have 5 kills, but unfortunately, the early game is probably the toughest time of Fortnite because it really does come down to luck. Like, as far as if you land on 3 or 4 chests, it doesn't matter if those chests give you garbage and you don't end up getting anything, right? So right there, you can see I still didn't have any shields. Luckily, I was able to find a shield, and that's where I cut to the gameplay right now. Here, of course, that last couple minutes was just me looking around for a shield, and then I eventually find one, and I see a guy located in this building. Now, this guy is, of course, doing the strategy where he puts up a wall no matter what I do every time I shoot down his wall. So I have to play it safe, and I have to be careful there. The reason I can't just run up against that wall is, of course, when it's his wall versus my wall, he has all the advantage because, you know, you have to be sort of a decent player to pull off an edit play, but he has all the advantage because he can edit that at any point. He can make one hole in it. He can make it a hole, you know, an L-shaped hole, whatever he wants to do, and take me out. So I have to play that smart, and that's why I sort of take it slow, and I'm able to take him out. Right here, I hear people fighting. I push up over here, and I get some good shots into this guy. I see I hit him for white health twice, so that's 66 damage towards his white health. This guy is now 1 shot, so that's why I choose to push him with the tac. Unfortunately, I miss a couple of shots. He does the right play and he builds up, but I realize I have all the advantage over this guy. I can keep continuing to put the pressure on, and all I need to do is hit him with one decent tac shot to take him out, or of course the drum gun, which is the new gun in the game. And that's why when I see him make a bounce play, that was not really a good play on his part, because he made himself, I understand what he was trying to do to get the height advantage, get an upper angle on me, but there's no protection there. He should have built up a walls as you are bounce padding. He didn't end up doing that, which gave me the advantage, and I was able to take him out. And of course, then I'm able to get pretty good loot. Right here, you'll see I notice this guy, and my aim kind of goes bad. So as soon as, you know, if you have a free shot on a guy, take it. But as soon as your aim goes bad, I like to do this where I slow peek, get the hits in on him, and slow peek him, and I'm able to take him out without taking any damage. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is so important, is it's not just, you know, solo match is a bunch of 1v1s. That's what you want to do. But it's not just about winning the 1v1s. It's about winning without taking much damage, because even if I kill that guy, if I end up at 1 HP, I mean, I guess I have med kits, I have certain heals, but I'm using more stuff than I want to. If you can win fights without being hit at all or being hit a minimal amount, that's what you want to do, and that's what I was, of course, able to do there. So right here, we have 18 people left with 8 kills, which is a pretty decent start. People drop off very fast in this game, and that's why I suggest if you need high kills, it's all about tilted towers, right? Like, people drop off really fast. There's plenty of times where if I land at Junk Junction and I'm going just for loot and I'm trying to loot up, by the time I'm looted up, I look at the amount of people and there's 25, 30 people left. Of course, then the most kills I can get is probably like 10 or so out of those last 20, 25, right? But if you go tilted towers, you get some good kills off the start. Of course, now I'm in a favorable position. I have 15 people left with 8 kills. I'm in a good position to win this game and to take out multiple people because of my loadout. My materials are looking pretty good. My loadout is awesome. I like my assault rifle. The only thing better than a burst is going to be a scar, or of course a gold burst because I have the purple one. My shotgun loadout isn't the best. I mean, double heavy would be the best, but that's so damn rare that this is a really good loadout. A blue pump into a blue tac is really awesome. And then of course I have med kits, which are great for playing in the storm or against the storm. And also if you do get damaged, you don't want to get damaged to where you go down to that green health, but if you do, the med kits can be fairly helpful. And then of course the minis are probably one of the best items in the game. You should always be carrying minis for the fact that you can get up to 50 so quickly. You can use them in the middle of the fight. You can use them all over the place. The fact that they heal for so much and that you can use them so fast makes them so effective, and that's what I have. So right here, I'm sitting pretty on materials. I like to farm up a little bit more because going towards that end game, you never know how much materials you need. I like to be around that 1.5 thousand mark, which is like 1,500, which is quite a bit of materials. You guys might say, like, I find that a lot of people don't farm up as much as they should and find themselves anytime you're dying because you have a lack of materials. For the most part, it is your fault because you probably passed trees or you passed wood stacks that you should have been farming. But a lot of people seem to walk around and think 200 materials is enough when you never know when you're going to run into a ninja pro player in the late game and you're going to need more materials to take them out. So I'm just farming up. I'm making sure. And of course, there is 14 people left. I'm moving into the storm. Now, right here, I'm in a very vulnerable area and I'm being very cautious because the area that I'm in is below 2 mountains. So if people are up on those mountains, those are part of the safe zone, and looking down, I can be in a very vulnerable position, and that's why I'm trying to move away from these mountains as quick as possible. I spot a guy over here way off in the distance trying to take some shots, and once I see those white hit markers, I want to pursue him because that means he's close to death. So if I hit a couple more shots there, I think I have him down to like 30 or 40 HP there. So if I'd hit 1 or 2 more bursts, that guy would have died. Of course, I want to pursue this fight at this moment. But I hear other people fighting all over the place, and that's why I'm sort of in a mixture of I want to push this guy that I have weak and get him killed, but at the same time, I don't want to expose my side. And right here, I spot a guy up inside of this hut. Unfortunately, my aim was just completely whack at this point. It happens sometimes. The enemy takes out my kill, but I know this guy is, of course, going to go for the loot immediately, and boom, I take advantage of that. I'm able to take this guy out, get myself some good loot going into the late game. Of course, I switch out the burst for the scar. I just feel like the scar is so much better for hitting materials as well as just being able to spray people down. The burst is awesome if you hit that full burst, but the scar, the ability to do damage to walls and materials and to spray people down, is bar none. Take out that kill, get the loot, and then of course I'm continuing to push this guy because I had him weak over here and it's sort of up against the edge of the zone. So at this point I'm looking for him. I'm checking with my aim assist. I check bushes so I can see if, you know, if I get some sort of aim assist toggle on a bush, he's in there. Most likely I hear him in here, so I go ahead and I push up, and of course this guy isn't really playing the smartest. He just completely sits there. I don't know if he didn't have his sound on, or of course maybe he's a more beginner player, but I'm able to take him out, grab his loot, and at this point I'm perfectly good on pretty much everything. The only more loot I could use would be like a 50 pot. Other than that, I'm pretty good on, I'm amazing on materials, sitting around 2,000 materials. I have a fully loaded rocket launcher, a jump pad, some good shotguns, and an awesome AR. So at this point, this is my game to lose. This is my game to win. It's all up to me at this point. I see a guy down here, get some shots in onto this guy. Of course, he builds. My rocket launcher shot was a bit off there because I should have predicted where he was going to go. Anyway, the enemy comes up, takes my kill once again. So I should have had probably 2 more kills this game, but because of just bad accuracy, I lost those. But it's all good. I'm able to loot up, and I'm still able to get a pretty high kill win. I take that 50 pot, I use it, and then we're back into the top 4. So at this point, I'm running around and I'm looking for people because that's the style that I play usually when I'm going for gameplays. I want to get a good amount of kills. I'm running around. I realized that when this circle was so small and that people, like, there was no noise happening, usually you're playing against a bunch of camper players or slower players, so I have to make the moves, I have to push. Now this guy right over here, I see hitting the jump pad. This guy is probably the best player left in this lobby. I mean, there's only 3 people left, so I realize this guy is a pretty good player, so I want to cover my back because of that third guy that could potentially third party if he was a smart player. So I'm able to now put the pressure on this guy. Now what I want to do here is I want to get a bit higher because I always want to maintain the height advantage. So whether it's me building up or me shooting him down, either way I'm maintaining the height advantage. You know, I'm using the RPG, I'm using the scar, I'm making this guy drop, I'm making this guy take damage. I have him on the ropes, but I have to remember 3 people left, small safe zone. The last guy is most likely to my right, to my left, or behind me, so I need to make sure that I am covered. So that's why you see me always constantly moving. I look around to my back, I make sure to cover my back, and that's when I spot this guy down here. So I sort of make the smart play. I realize this guy looks more like a newbie player. That other guy looks like more of a better player. So I'm like, I'm going to push this guy. I'm going to take out the more newbie player and then set myself up for a 1v1. Now, this is a risky play because I realize if this other guy pushes me, I could get third party. See, he gets some shots in on me. But I make this play quick and I make it effective. And now I'm purposely in a 1v1. And I feel confident here because a 1v1, I have a good amount of health. I have a good amount of shields. I have a good amount of rockets, everything like that. I just have to take my time. And the main thing I suggest in people in 1v1 situations, take your time, man. I have zone advantage on this guy. I have everything. There's no reason for me to push him here. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to rotate into the safe zone. I'm going to build up, and I'm going to make sure that this guy can't hit a lucky snipe on me. He can't hit anything on me because I'm going to do quick peeks. I'm going to be effective with them, you know. This guy wants to snipe me. I could tell his game plan. He realizes he's screwed. He's out of the safe zone. He has to come to me. I have that big thing called zone advantage. And right here, all I'm going to do is build up, get the height advantage, and sort of quick peeks. He can't snipe me when I'm peeking so fast and when I have the pressure on him. Of course, when he's building, when he's on the run, he can't snipe. It's only when I let up on the trigger, basically, that he has a chance to snipe. I keep putting the pressure on this guy, and that's what you want to do in a 1v1. When you have the advantage and you have all the ammo in the world, I have 500 ammo. 500 ammo can destroy a lot of materials and a lot of players. So I have the advantage here. I'm just going to keep spraying, keep putting the pressure on. It doesn't matter that I'm missing all these shots. I'm hitting his build, and that is in turn hurting his odds here. The clock is ticking. 1 second, 0 seconds. The zone is about to come in. He has to push me. I should be winning this game. I have all the advantage. The only way that he has a good chance of winning right now is if he either rushes me or hits a good snipe. Of course, I keep the pressure on. I'm able to get the win. Drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy that analyzation video. Subscribe if you guys are new, and have a great night. And I'm out. Peace.